Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my comments, opinions, and the results of WWE SmackDown Live, 22nd of November 2016. We kick off the show with Shane McMahon making his way down to the ring. He doesn't have the usual jump in his step. He says he is not his normal energetic self after Sunday's match. He feels like he was in a car accident. He said there were 9 other guys in the match. He wanted to give a shout out to Team Raw. He mentions the members of Team Raw, and he said whether you like them or not, they all brought their A game. He said that Roman almost separated him from his Jordans. He said he has to thank 2 people on Team SmackDown, the people who he thought he would have the most problems with, but they were the survivors, Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Shane mentions the 2 people he asked to work together but could not for an hour, Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. Dean makes his way out of the ring. Dean wants to know what the deal is with the low energy Shane McMahon. It is a new day and Team SmackDown was successful. Shane tells Dean he did not know that when he joined Roman and Seth to powerbomb AJ Styles through the table, and that might have hurt their team. Dean said that MVP of Team SmackDown was a man who stopped Braun Strowman. He needs to come out, and then he introduces James Ellsworth. Dean asked Shane to talk about James's surprise. Shane said he was going to do that in the back privately, but then Dean spoils it and says he's getting a contract. Shane says that because of James's tenacity and how he bleeds blue, he's been offered a SmackDown Live contract. Shane tells Dean that he has the night off because he's been out of control. Dean says that's okay with him, and he talks about going out for some drinks or food. Shane says that Dean is not just getting the night off, he needs to leave the building. Dean leaves the ring and heads up the ramp, and he passes AJ Styles on the ramp. They didn't have any confrontation, which I thought was weird. AJ wants to know, when does SmackDown become the land of undeserved opportunity? He said Dean should be kicked off SmackDown for what he did to him. He does not deserve the opportunity to face him for the WWE title at TLC. Now you're going to give James Ellsworth the contract. He asked Shane to think about it. Shane says that he knows what he is doing and James deserves the contract. AJ said that does not deserve anything, and if you want to be a charity case, this contract has been given to you. He did not earn anything. AJ said he had to scratch, claw and bleed to get a contract. If you want to deserve a contract, you face him tonight. AJ says he needs a warm-up match. Why not make it a ladder match? If you can climb the ladder and grab the contract, you will deserve it. AJ said that he will grab the contract and rip it up in his face. Shane tells James he does not need to do that. James says he has no problem putting the contract on the line in the ladder match because he's beaten him twice. James says that if he wins, he does not only want his contract, he wants a future opportunity at the WWE Championship. Shane asks James if he wants this. James says he wants all or nothing. Shane makes it official. Then Ambrose suddenly appears behind both of them and pats them on the back. It was quite funny. Overall, this segment was really good. I'm happy James Ellsworth's got a contract. I actually like this little thing they're doing with him. I don't know, it's just quite endearing to see a jobber come up and then just get so much opportunity, and it's screwed with AJ Styles. It's really funny. Then we go backstage to Miz and Maurice having a photo shoot, and Daniel Bryan shows up. Miz says he's busy, and Miz asks if it's time for the celebration. It is Mizgiving. He says that Daniel will come out and thank Miz for keeping his title on SmackDown. Daniel says that Miz embarrassed SmackDown with what Maurice did. Miz says that he did what Daniel and Ziggler could not do. He won on Sunday. Daniel talks about how the Cruiserweight division could have been on SmackDown if Baron Corbin did not interfere on Sunday. Daniel said that The Miz will have an opportunity to defend the Intercontinental Championship tonight against Kalisto. Again, that little Miz-Daniel Bryan segment was really good. It's helping cement their feud, which I do like. He's starting to look like a proper general manager making decisions. I do like that. Then we go to Shane McMahon escorting Dean Ambrose from the building. Ambrose was asking about getting a jacket, and Shane said you didn't need one, and he was not happy about that because he's got to go out to Canada, which is quite cold. Then we go to our first match of the evening, Kalisto versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. The finish happened when Kalisto goes on top, he leaps over The Miz, and then Baron Corbin appears on the apron. Kalisto goes after Corbin. Miz hits him with a skull crushing finale for the 3 count. After the match, Miz leaves, and then Corbin enters the ring, picks Kalisto up and hits him with the End of Days. As the Miz is celebrating on the stage, we see Dolph Ziggler. Miz turns around and he gets hit straight with a super kick. It was a really good end of the match. So the match itself was pretty showed Kalisto off a little bit, so it wasn't too bad. but the ending was really good. Shane and Daniel Bryan in the office, and they talk about how things are out of control. Alexa enters, and Daniel says she's just leaving, he can't deal with you, so he passes her off to Shane. Alexa says she wants a title match. Becky enters, and she says she's going to tell Alexa straight she'll get her match at TLC. Alexa tells Becky she has 2 weeks to keep the belt shining. Natalya enters with a whistle. She tells Shane that as a coach she did her part. She watched the match with her cat, and she says there was only one person who cost them the match at Survivor Series. It was Becky. She said that Becky is insecure because she knows that Alexa is going to take the title from her. Shane said that they're all to blame for the loss. There's no proof on who attacked Nikki Bella. The result might have been different if Nikki was in the match. Shane tells Natalya to face Nikki tonight. Natalya then quoted Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" and left. Alexa complained about her quoting the lyrics, and then she leaves. Dean then enters with pizza, which was amazing. It's really funny, and tells Becky where the lyrics came from. And then Shane tells Dean to leave again, but he put pizza in his hand because he was annoyed. It was really funny, making Dean show his comedy gold. A good segment, and then we go to Daniel Bryan confronting Baron Corbin about his actions, calling them reckless and stupid. Bryan said that Corbin didn't see the bigger picture, while Corbin said he was the bigger picture. Bryan was annoyed that he cost him the Cruiserweight division and put him in a match against his close personal friend, Kane. Then we go to match 2, the Tag Team Turmoil. We start with the Hype Bros versus the Ascension. Rawley takes care of Connor, and then they hit the Hype Rider on Victor, so the Ascension get eliminated. Then Fabrice comes down. They hit a slingshot elbow on Ryder for the win. They get eliminated. So then we go to American Alpha versus Fabrice. Gable drops down when Fandango goes for a sunset slip, and then he gets him into a roll-up. So they get eliminated. So we go to American Alpha versus the Vaudevillains. Gable and Jordan hit a German suplex bridge on the Vaudevillains for the elimination. Then we go to the Usos versus American Alpha. The only match that actually went more than 2 minutes, to be fair. And they hit the Grand Aptitude on Jay for the 3 count. As they're celebrating, Bray Wyatt appears on the title and tells them not to celebrate so fast because they've not faced all of the teams. Bray says next week him and Randy are coming for them. I like how they're going to get into the title match. This tag team turmoil thing was actually really good, and I hope they give a tag team title match to the Wyatt family, because I think that'll be really, really good. Give them some gold, give them something to do for a while. Then we go to Daniel Bryan asking James Ellsworth backstage if he's ready for his match. Ellsworth says his bruises have bruises. He knows that AJ has more talent in his pinky than Ellsworth has in his entire body. He never thought he would have one match with AJ Styles, let alone 3. He never thought he would be in the ring with Edge or The Undertaker. Anyone with 2 feet can climb that ladder. Daniel tells James to be careful, and Dean appears dressed as a Mountie. Again, really good. Daniel tells Dean that he needs to leave the building or Shane will freak out. Shane enters and tells Dean that he is disrespectful and insubordinate. Dean asks Shane if he wants to know why he is dressed in a Mountie. Shane didn't care. Ambrose agreed to leave, but he called him a hoser. And then Shane said she's got to leave before he does something he's going to regret. Daniel wants to know why Dean is dressed in a Mountie, but he did not tell us. I'm annoyed about that. And then he says he has a message for Daniel to give to AJ Styles. He said the Mountie always gets his man. Again, this backstage segment was really, really good. I don't know why Shane's coming off so annoyed. He's normally a chill guy. I guess it's just trying to promote how bad he feels after Survivor Series with the injury and everything. A bit more of a beaten down Shane. Anyway, it was good. Then we go to match number 3, Natalya versus Becky Lynch. The finish happened when Natalya tried to go for a sharpshooter, but Becky counters it into her disarm and she taps out. After the match, Alexa goes in the ring. She attacks Becky and then hits her with a DDT. Again, good match, helping progress the storylines. I like it. Then Tom Phillips sends us to Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder to talk about WWE merchandise, like they did to the New Day on Raw. Then we go to Daniel Bryan on the phone backstage. The Miz enters with Maurice holding an ice pack on his face. Miz says he demands that Dolph Ziggler be suspended. Dolph super kicked him for no reason. Miz says that Daniel is going to give Dolph a title match. Daniel says that Dolph gets a title match because he is owed a rematch. Daniel said it will be in a ladder match. Miz says that he will write the final chapter in this story and bring it to a skull-crushing finale. That sounds absolutely incredible. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match. I cannot wait for TLC. This pay-per-view is going to be amazing. I know, it's gimmicky with toys and all that kind of stuff, but it's going to be fun anyway. I like gimmicky matches with toys. Then we go backstage to Carmella on the phone. Nikki takes it from her. Nikki said she knew that Carmella despised her, but not that much. Nikki then accused Carmella of attacking her on Sunday. Carmella says she always takes credit for what she does. She suggests that Charlotte or Dana Brooke might have done it. She says that Nikki's man might be Mr. Hustle, loyalty and respect, but Nikki is not Mother Teresa. Nikki said that this will end. She has talked to her brother-in-law, and at TLC they will have a no disqualification match. I cannot wait for that. That sounds incredible. I love their feud at the minute. And Nikki was really heel in this segment. Are they going to do a heel turn for her? I just really want to find out. It was good. Then we go to match 4, Kane versus Baron Corbin. The finish happened when Corbin knocked Kane off the apron. Kalisto hit Corbin with a springboard dropkick, and the referee called for the disqualification. After the match, Kane hit a chokeslam on Corbin. Kalisto gets a chair from ringside and tries to hit Corbin with it, but he rolls out to the floor. Comes back into the ring. Kalisto tosses the chair to him. Kalisto hit him with a jumping back spin kick into the chair, and he gets knocked to the floor. I love their rivalry as well. It's given them something to do. I love there's no title matches or anything to do with it. It's just they hate each other and they want to beat the crap out of each other. It's really old school SmackDown kind of rivalry. I like it. And then we go to our main event, AJ Styles versus James Ellsworth in a ladder match for James Ellsworth's contract. The finish happened when AJ Styles had the contract in his hand. Dean Ambrose appeared in the ring wearing a hockey outfit. Again, crazy outfit, I liked it. He jumped off the ladder. Dean punches him, clotheslines him over the top rope. Ambrose gets James Ellsworth up and tells him to climb the ladder. He turns around into a phenomenal forearm. Styles looks around and he sets the ladder up in the centre of the ring and he climbs it. Ellsworth pushes the ladder over and Styles falls to the floor. Ellsworth sets the ladder up, and then as AJ's getting in the ring, he hits him with a no-chin music. Just gotta say, I love his no-chin music. He's so accurate with it. It looks absolutely amazing, just like a Shawn Michaels super kick. It's amazing. And then James Ellsworth climbs the ladder as AJ Styles' foot is tied in the rope and he cannot stop him. He gets a contract. It was a great way to end SmackDown. It was a really good SmackDown, to be fair. A lot of building the rivalries up to TLC. A lot of weapon-based stuff, like the chairs, ladders, that kind of stuff. I liked it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and I'll catch you later.